everybody, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am Dr. Brianna Whiteside, and I create faith, fashion, lifestyle, and financial content. And so if you're here, that must mean that you like one or more of these topics. Before I jump in, I want to encourage you to go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm gonna be making content like this more often, and I also want you to turn your notification bell on. I don't want you to miss any updates because it's about to get good over here, okay? In today's video, I want to talk to you about why I opened up another bank account. Y'all, I have opened up another bank account and I have a good reason for it. So let me give you just a little bit backstory if you're not familiar with my financial journey. 2019, I was in $10,000 worth of credit card debt. 2020, I saved $10,000. 2021, I saved $20,000 with the help of investments. 2022, I grossed 100 grand with all the things that I do and also investing and all the other things, right? And so that make me great. And so I, had a pretty short journey, but it felt incredibly long because I lived majority of my life in poverty. I am from the south side of Chicago, single parent home, pretty typical story, right? My mom was a single parent and teenage mom. And so yeah, so I had all the things stacked against me, as we would say. But I decided to take my financial journey into my own hands. I just decided to take ownership really of my money, of my life. And so I reached these goals in what some may consider a short amount of time. And it is really short when you think about it. It just felt incredibly long because if you ever tried to climb out of consumer debt, any type of debt, it just feel like it's never gonna happen, okay? But I am here to tell you that it can happen and it will happen because it's happened for me, and I am no one special. I just worked the principles, I stayed disciplined, and I did all the things. Here's what you're here for. I opened up another bank account. Now, I did not open up another traditional bank account. I opened up another high yield interest rate account. So before I get there, let me tell you why I believe that we should have multiple bank accounts instead of one, and multiple credit cards if that's the route you want to go. I have multiple credit cards. I really only use one primarily, but that's just me. So you want to manage your risks. I want to always diversify my money. I don't know these banks personally, right? I don't know them. I don't know what's going on in the boardrooms. I don't know if they're going to tank. I don't know. I just don't know. And so I want to manage the risk by diversifying my money. So ultimately, I think I have about 2 main credit cards, 2 bank accounts, and then 2 high yield savings accounts. So what's that, 6 accounts? Okay, I think that's probably enough for right now. I want to diversify my money. And so the reason why is because different accounts come with different perks, and I'm gonna talk to you about that. But on the other hand, I also have multiple, because I'm an investor in stocks and crypto, I also have multiple brokerages. I think that, and this is no shade to any one brokerage, but we saw that a certain brokerage had all of these issues. And by brokerage, I mean, your Webull, your Robinhood, your Fidelity, your Charles Schwab, your E-Trade, things like that. So one brokerage in particular had a lot of shadiness going on a few years ago, and it really just wreaked a lot of havoc, right? It caused a lot of friction for a lot of retail investors like myself. And so as a result, this certain platform lost a lot of its followers or its users. And so when I started to notice that all of that shadiness was going on, I was like, I don't want to be at the mercy of this one brokerage. So I am going to go ahead and diversify my money. So I opened up another brokerage. And the same is true for my crypto accounts, right? So I have a crypto account for my long-term investments and a crypto account for my short-term investments. I also have a stock account for my long-term investments and a stock account for my short-term investments or swing trades, right? And so I want the diversity of having these multiple brokerages, but I also want the safety of moving, not putting all my eggs in one basket, right? And so generally we always hear that don't put all your eggs in one basket in culture, like don't hang your hat on this nail or don't put all your hopes here, but we don't really use that principle or apply that principle with money, and I don't know why. Maybe it's the loyalty factor, maybe it's because it's been in the family for so long, the tradition, I don't know. But I think we should start applying that logic to our money. I like to diversify my money. I am not loyal to one institution because the institutions are not loyal to me, and therefore this is just how it's gonna go. The second reason why I got another bank account is because of the inflation. Now, here we are in 2022, inflation is sky high, okay? The Fed is raking the interest rates up. He keeps going up 75 basis points, so that's making the prices go up. It's a whole situation, right? The fascinating thing is that there is a way to capitalize on the inflation, right? And it is in high yield savings accounts. Before opening a new account, I only had one high yield savings account, and it was with American Express, and I had it for a few years because I'm also a card holder with Amex. So I opened up a savings account, put a certain amount of, money in there, and it was all fine and dandy. It was great. It was earning interest. It was still, even before inflation, this account was higher. It earned more money than my traditional savings account with a bank. Whereas my Amex before inflation was probably like 0.75 or 0.50, my traditional savings account was like 0.11 or 0.1, right? And so those numbers matter. So whereas, for instance, I think I looked at my account one day, and whereas my interest rate in my traditional bank account only earned 11 cents in that account, my Amex high yield savings account owned almost $6 or $7. Those numbers matter. Right now, Amex's interest rate is 1.15. So that means that I earn 1.15% on the money that's sitting in that bank account. And so the reason why I opened up another one is because I feel like I reached a threshold with American Express. Like, as I said, I want to diversify my money, but I also want to get more bang for my buck. A friend of mine told me that Capital One has a high yield interest savings account with a 1.20 interest rate. It don't take a rocket scientist to know that I want some more money. And Capital One is more attractive, particularly because it has a higher interest rate. That's really it. I want to make this opportunity work for me. And yes, it is, we're paying at the pumps, we're paying in the grocery stores, we're paying more money, but there's a way to kind of earn some of that money back. You may not earn as much, but you can earn some back. And I'm all about earning, give me my things, reclaiming my time, reclaiming my money, reclaiming my things. I opened up a new one. So again, to clarify, I have, for the high yield savings accounts, I have the Amex that is at 1.15 right now, and the Capital One that is at 1.20. And I just opened that up last week, and so I'm going to be focusing heavily on I was going to say dollar cost averaging, but I'm going to focus heavily on funding that account to get, the maximum return while the interest rates are sky high. I also want to say this because I forgot to say this in the beginning. This is not a sponsored video. This is real life. I am not an actor. I'm not even paid by these companies, but I want to tell you what I'm doing to try to start generating generational wealth. And so this is just for information purposes. Then the third reason why I opened another bank account is because I have soft life goals, y'all. If you have ever made it out of the hood, you know how difficult it is. I am from the south side of Chicago, and Chicago eats people up daily. Okay, I've had to work extremely hard for everything that I've ever gotten, and your girl is tired. Now, I'm not saying I'm not gonna work hard, I'm just tired of slaving. And I am at a place right now where I want my money to work for me, which is why I'm investing, which is why I'm trading, which is why, you know what I'm saying? Which is why I'm doing all the things, is because I want my money to work for me. I don't want to keep working hard for the dollar and running myself into the ground. If these soft life, is what I call them, if these soft life tools are available, Brianna is going to use them, okay? And I just don't want to be running myself into the ground. And so those are the three reasons why I got a new bank account, 1, to manage risks or to diversify my money, 2, to capitalize on the inflation rates, and 3, because I want a soft life, okay? And those dollars and cents start to add up. Let me know in the comments if you're going to go ahead and open up a high yield savings account and which one you're gonna get, or are you gonna get both? It can't hurt you to get both. It can't hurt you to put some in here and some in there. It doesn't hurt at all. Let me know your thoughts. And before you go, be sure to like, share, and subscribe to my channel, because I'm going to be making content like this more often. Also, I have some products and services that I want you to check out. If you're interested in getting out of consumer debt, I have an ebook entitled How I Climbed Out of Consumer Debt in 8 Months and How You Can Too. And then I have another ebook entitled How I Saved $20,000 in 1 year and How You Can Too. Both of the ebooks are available at www.briannawhiteside.com if you're interested in purchasing them. And I hope to see you in the next video. Bye.